I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. 4 a.m. at a diner, stop singing, living on a prayer. I'm thinking maybe you're a Jersey girl with all those highlights in your hair. No other girl can move like you. We pump our fists, damn right, it's true.
Hey, everybody, what's up? This is Shelly, your mouthy mama at Talking Trash and Truths. And wow, today was such an awesome day. Um, Hi, Rabbit. I see Rabbit in chat. You're here unexpectedly. I didn't even know I was going to go live till like 10 minutes ago. Um, in case you guys missed it, Jeremy at the Quartering did a live interview with Roseanne. Oh my God, it made my day. It made my day. I was so happy. I had to send her a super chat. I sent a $20 super chat because I've been watching her since God her first episode. Um oh God, I just wanted her to know just how much she actually like put forth to make me basically who I am. I mean, you have to understand that most of my sense of humor is a combination of her and Robin Williams. Like those are the two personalities that kind of make up my whole constitution when it comes to joking around. Hey, Memento Mori. He said, "Hey, how's it going? It's going, baby. It's going." Texas Jen said, "What a great surprise." I did promise in my community post that I would do a pop-up stream at some point because I missed this morning because I just haven't been able in the last like 3, 4 days to sleep. I just, oh Lord, I get an hour sleep and then I'm up for 4 hours. And it's like, okay, this is not working out. And I was getting real snippy and just I was so like raw all the time. Everything anybody said made me cry. And I couldn't deal. I could not deal. Um God, I don't even I can't tell you what it was to just be able to have somebody read to her something that I wrote directly to her. It just I mean, this woman, she was tough. She laughed everything off. You know, she never minced her words. Um, did I get some rest? Yes, I did. I did. I went to bed at 2 o'clock last night and couldn't fall asleep. I finally got out of bed at like 3 and I was like, screw this. I took 2 Flexeril. I was like, nope. I was like, I know I'm not supposed to like take them without pain, but I'm always in pain. So whatever. Um, so I took them and I was just like, oh yeah, here we go. Like my whole body relaxed. I was just way too tense. Hi, Susie. Uh, Enya. Hi, popped on to say hi. My older kids are here with the babies. Oh, babies. I love babies. I love babies. God, I wish I had more babies. You guys know I would have had a dozen. I love being a mom. I love being pregnant. Hell, I didn't even mind the birth. At the time I did, but looking back, that's why, you look back and that's why you have more because you look back with affection. You don't forget that you spent 5 days screaming. So it's and yet my leg was so much worse than labor. And I had both surgical procedures. I had the regular natural birth and I had a C-section and nothing compares to the pain that my legs gave me. But yeah, fucking Roseanne, man. Who doesn't love Roseanne? I mean, she's done some pretty like wild shit where I looked at her and said, nah, that was a little too far. But as far as her humor, the way like she presents herself, not just on that show, but in public. I mean, she's basically the same damn person. And it's just, oh. And I remember the first time like I yelled at somebody and I went real shrill. Like I started out just like I just escalated so quickly and nobody said anything in my house. Then finally my little brother, he was like 4 or 5. And he was like, "Mitch, you sound just like Roseanne." I sound like who? I was like, "No, no, no, no." My mother was like, "Yeah, you did." I was like, "Well, whatever." I mean, when I went to college, my mother used to put Roseanne on in the background so that she didn't miss me because I wouldn't take her phone calls. But, no, oh my god, it was so exciting. Can't believe he got her on there. I'm so happy for Jeremy. Oh my god, that was huge. Oh, I kinda wish anybody that could get in touch with Roseanne would point her in the direction of, Radix Verum because she's all about the injustices done to people from the government, you know, done to people by the government, I should say. And I think her and Roseanne they'd be friends. They would. Um, I'm gonna see what I could do to get a message out to her. I'm pretty good at messaging people and getting in touch with them. I don't know what makes them answer me back, but they usually do. Oh Lord. My mic is still a little wonky. I know, I know. I haven't gotten to like fix it. It's literally right in front of my face. Hold on, let me see. God damn it. This stupid thing. Let's see. I'm trying, Rabbit. I'm trying. Let's see if this is better. I don't know why it doesn't pick up my voice. I'm right in front of it. It's not like I'm quiet. Uh, T3, I'm on a roll today, Suzanne said. You're butter? Go ahead, be butter, be on a roll. That's what my friggin' vice principal used to say. He's like, I'm feeling very butter today. It's like, what? I'm on a roll. What? On a roll doing what? Roni News Network. Oh, yeah. I answered texts in 2 or 3 business days. Bro, you're better than me because text, I can go weeks without answering text because I answer them in my head and I forget to answer them in person. Like in actuality, like I don't type it out. I type it in my head and then I'm convinced that I sent it and then it's either sitting there unsent or I never wrote it. Lovely. I never used to be like that. I used to pick up the phone too. I don't do that anymore either. Yes, Daisy Girl, Roseanne and Radix would be fucking amazing. That would be epic. Could you imagine Roseanne being like her mouthpiece? "Ah, Jacob, what's up, man? What's up? How am I doing? I'm doing lovely. Sorry that I told you there was going to be a show this morning and then there wasn't because I really needed to sleep. And I was like, you know what? I'm turning off all my alarms. I was like, they'll understand because you all know that I go through peaks and valleys when it comes to sleep. Sometimes I'm asleep, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm up for days. This time I was up for days. But anyway, I didn't have any real point of doing this stream except to reach out and, reach out and touch you. No, reach out and, touch base with you guys, see what you were doing. T3, oh no, I had enough of folks disrespecting me. Told El Cap to take my master wrench and shove it so far it will never see the light of day and unsubbed. I'm guessing you're talking about Finity because there's another captain that, I heard people have problems with. Jacob said, no worries, taking care of yourself is way more important. Well, the thing is, on Monday, we're going to be doing the stream on self care. I was going to do it. I was just going to push today's topic there, but I don't want to do hypervigilance on 9/11. So on Monday, I will do self care and you know, we'll talk about what happens, how you get trauma, the events that we've been living through over and over and over, and just how important it is to protect our, mind, body, and soul. And I'm going to see if we can figure out some ways to do that. I'm going to do some research this weekend, see if I can come up with anything, you know, that we can all try. Daisy said, I tried like hell to email Benny Johnson and Cash Patel for Radix Verum. I don't Twitter though. Oh, honey, I'm sure that she absolutely loves that you're doing that for her. Radix is a wonderful woman. I like Christina a lot. I like her a lot. She's dedicated, she's brave, she's very well spoken, she's very beautiful. But she's just a generally nice person. She's a good person and she stands up for good things. So I mean any support I can give, I'm there. Uh, I feel great on top of the world. Suzanne said. Understandable, but that would be oddly fitting. Yeah, well, you know. Um hypervigilance. I really didn't want to do that on 9/11. I don't want those two things. Even though hypervigilance can be very negative and draining and it can cause you to uh, be mistrustful of everyone. See, I don't really know which is the cause and which is the effect. I don't know if we become hypervigilant because we don't trust anybody or if something makes us hypervigilant. We see everything and now we don't trust anybody. So for me, it's kind of like both. It's more um, assessing for danger for me, though. So that's what we're going to be talking about next Wednesday. But on Monday, we're going to be doing self care and we'll do a little portion dedicated to 9/11 because it was a very substantial um, event in my life. You know, it changed everything for me. The day those towers went down, everything in my life just it just started spinning out of control. Up until then, I was good. Yeah, I had everything under control. I was living the life, man. And then that happened, and just one bad thing after another started happening. And I just couldn't catch my breath for a long time, about 4 years. Just couldn't catch my breath. Everything about it, just everything was different. I saw things differently. I treated people differently. I acted differently. And it was a lot. So we'll be talking about that on Monday and then talking about how we can take care of ourselves through all sorts of things. We'll talk about, spa treatments. We'll talk about meditation. We'll talk about positive reaffirmations. I know. I do. I want to giggle, but it's like, oh, God. Well, I was asleep. So obviously, Daisy likes to beat you, Jacob. I don't know. It's a kink thing, I think. You better watch it with that one. She's wild. Suzanne said, my 14-year-old grandson, Buddy, came over looking for him to play. Okay. What does that mean? His buddy came over looking for him to play. Did he mow that lawn yet? You never said. The little pup was flirting with you. That's hilarious. No, no, they're called jailbait. You know what jailbait is? That's jailbait. Don't do it. If I have sweaters older than you, you're off limit. That's it. That's my line in the sand. If I have a sweatshirt or a sweater that is older than you, then you need to move on because I'll break you. Not everybody is up to handling me. Um, that's just wrong. Teenager, dear God. Just remember, teenagers are nothing but oil and pimples until they're like grown. An attitude. Good God. My son has such an attitude lately. Lord, that boy. He's lucky I don't break him in two. Oh my God. Jacob. Another Jacob. I have two Jacobs now. Yay. And I love you both. Daisy said, dang, I didn't mean to cuss so much. When did you cuss? Girl, fuck it. You can curse. You can curse. I can curse. We all can curse. It's fine. Uh, yeah, how you doing, Jacob? What's up? Guys, now you know we have stuff coming up this weekend. Um, Winning has a show Saturday night on his channel, and that is like a basic chill Saturday, whatever. I think it's about. I'm not gonna say what it's about because he didn't tell me. I don't think. Anyway, I don't know. I'm still a little like high on my Roseanne cloud, so I'm not thinking with my higher functions. But yeah, no. Winning has a show Saturday night with special guest Max Mura. And then he and I have a show on Sunday for um, the old school watch party. So that's Sunday night. So we should have fun. Uh, Jacob said, damn straight and proud of it. Pizza's here, that degenerate. Yes. I have all degenerates in my chat. I have all degenerates listening. You have a degenerate on the mic right now. So there you go. But yeah, I wasn't planning on being on here for too long. I just wanted to get on and tell you guys that the Quartering did that interview. I was so psyched. I had seen it, but for some reason it didn't register that it was like actually an interview of Roseanne, like with Roseanne live. I just thought he saw an interview and he was going to comment on it. I was like, nah. I was like, I'm over. Like, I didn't feel like listening to any more commentating. Jacob said it's Friday, so there's that. Oh yeah. I was talking about cap fun. What cap you talking about? Or maybe we're not on the same page. Roseanne, I believe, told off Captain Infinity. Infinity. I know who you're talking about, Daisy. You could tell him off for days. I don't care. I tell him off enough. Hell, I told him off so bad in Nick's chat that Nick was like, that was a bit much. Like, he was like, he would never say anything to me, like, make me apologize or anything. He was like, nah, girl, it's good. But I felt bad afterwards. I was like, shit. I was like, maybe I should have, like, held my tongue a little bit. But that's not me. Your above comment was for Susie. All right. Come on my chat and don't want to talk to me. Nah. Daisy Williams. Oh, another one I was top mod for. Not anymore. He couldn't pay me enough to mod for him again. For fuck's sake. He owes me a public apology. Girl. Have fun is wild in Nick's chat. Yeah, he talked a lot of shit about Nick, calling him a weak male. And then he's like, Nick, you're the best. You two-face. I fucking can't with these two-face people. Listen, if I don't like you, you know I don't like you. I tell you, no, I don't like you. People have asked me that. They're like, why don't you talk to me? Because I don't like you. I don't want to. Why? I just don't like you. That's all. I don't mind when people don't like me. Go ahead, not like me all day long. Don't bother me. He said all the captains are a bunch of tools, for fuck's sake. Well, Captain America definitely was a tool in some of those movies. But I still love him because that is America's ass. Sure is. Sure is. But anyway. So yeah, it's Friday. I wonder what plans you guys all have. Oh, I remember having plans. It was a fun time. Rachel and I would go out. We'd go to dinner, we'd do a little shopping, go down the shore, go to, like, on the boardwalk, go walk along the beach. She really enjoyed walking along the beach in the cold. Let me tell you something. It is not nice walking along the Atlantic Ocean when it's freaking cold out. We actually watched it snowing over the water, and it wasn't snowing anywhere else. I was like, "I'll be damned, I've never seen that." And I never have. I've never seen just huge fucking, like, snowstorm over the water and nothing on land. I was like, "How is that even possible?" Suzanne, T3, have fun, followed me into Nick's chat and came at me. The stream shredded him feet first into the chipper. Into the chipper shredder. It was effing beautiful sight. That's great. Guess Jacob Castro said, "Damn, I figured I wasn't getting paid to mod by Good Logic because that's not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice." I think Captain Fun's first name is Mac. Mac Turner. Yep, that's his name. Mhm. I love that he goes around telling everybody that Winning and I doxed him when we had nothing to do with it. I was actually one of the last ones to find out who the hell he was. Uh, Jacob Castro, salty kisses while no one's looking. Ooh, Daisy. Why salty? But why salty? Oh, yeah, our man J Leap got one at him hard. Oh, Libby's great for that. His wife, too. Just Dawn will shred you with a smile on her face. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Libby always tells me I'm not allowed to call her Mama Dawn because I call her Mama Dawn all the time. I try to remember to call her Just Dawn, but I learned of her as Mama Dawn. So that's who I think about. Like that's the first name that comes to mind. Uh Suzanne said no, I was the last one, remember? No idea. Yeah, Just Dawn is great. She's a soulless ginger. I love them. I can't fuck with them, but I love them. Redheads are my weakness. So, and they do nothing but give me agitation. So, or agita, as we'd say in Italian. Oh, but oh my goodness, it's Friday. Really wish I was going somewhere. Really do. But it is currently storming here. So we have nice, loud thunderstorms. Loud enough that the cats were like, yeah, no, I'm going in the room to lay down. So they went in the closet. And it was really loud. And finally, it seems to have settled down, but like my whole house was shaking. I was like, you got to be kidding me. But none of the thunder that I like. I like those big cracks of thunder, the crack of thunder that lets you know lightning hit something. Redheads, yes. Redheads they are the way. Mhm. They're the way to insanity. She said, I didn't know he thought y'all doxed him. Oh, yeah. He's been saying that to everybody. First, he told us that he thought Kaiser Pineapple doxed him, which is not true. And then he was like, oh, you guys are threatening to dox me. No, dude, your shit's all out there. It's all out there. I have nothing to do with it. Nothing. So I was the one who freaking warned him. I was like, dude, you need to like calm down. Like everybody knows who you are. But then he started getting shitty with me, so I started being a bitch. Like if you're gonna follow me around and harass me every time you fucking see me, you don't own the internet. Trust me. Trust me. I could defend myself just fine. I got no problem going up against anybody that wants to come at me. Anybody. But yeah, no, he was he's very malignant. Like he gets a thought in his head and that's what he runs with. And it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you show him, doesn't matter how many fucking receipts you have. He sticks to that narrative like a true freaking malignant narcissist and they're not very high functioning, which you could tell. Um But yeah, no, he argues with me over nothing. And like if I'll say something, I'll write 80 sentences and he picks one sentence and focuses on that. And I'm like, wow, way to have, like complex thought. Uh After what Libby did for me and Nick's chat, it felt good to feel welcomed and appreciated. Well, that always feels good. It's rarely something we get to feel, but it does feel good. Eh.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Howdy.
Ladies and gentlemen, winning reality. Popping
How's
in as usual.
how's it going?
It's going. It's going. Winning's the
What's
one who
go-
told me that Roseanne was on live, and I was like, yes. And I went, and I was so happy.
Yeah, that was great.
It
Wow.
was. Oh my God. So unexpected.
Hi everybody. How's it going? Yeah, that was a killer interview he did. Roseanne's super
was.
cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go subscribe to her channel.
Yeah, I didn't even know she had one. I'm like, oh my God, where have I been?
I didn't think they were reading super chats, man. At the end, I was trying to get one in to promote to ask Jeremy to consider having Radix on because they
Mhm.
were talking about the J6 stuff, and I
Yep.
was like, man, that would be a great way for her to really get some exposure. But YouTube wouldn't let me like post the super chat for some reason.
Weird.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Didn't
So
want
what are you guys
anybody else
talking
seeing it.
about? I just came flying here.
I don't know. We were talking about like weekend plans and everything going on. And I was just talking about the Ukrainian superhero. Well, because, he went off on Suzanne and then Libby went off on him, apparently. And that was the whole thing. And I said, he has a real problem accepting the truth. Like he insists that you and I doxed him, and we didn't. And I said, no matter what receipts you show him, he don't care about receipts. He gets this like fixation in his mind, and he just starts, no, you did it. Because you're jealous because I have a house in the Hollywood. I don't give a shit about your Hollywood house. I really fucking don't. You couldn't pay me to live in California. Oh my God. So why would I care? I don't care about your toys. Oh dear God. Like none of that matters to me. But for some reason to him, I have it in for him because I'm like jealous of his toys and his house and I don't know, his whatever. But it
Nobody's
is what it
jealous of
is.
him.
No,
that's his
nobody's jealous
delusion.
of him.
Well, I mean, I have all the receipts of where he contacted me in DMs and was trying to accuse Kaiser Pineapple of doxing him.
Mhm.
And I explained to him very clearly that it was not Kaiser, that he got doxed because he was effing around and found out and
Mhm.
with Meme Copium and the expert. And like there's a lot of people out there that have skills.
These are
And
people that we respect and we care about, and he's going like just fucking up their streams.
yeah. Yeah, well, he doesn't care. He goes into every stream and starts talking about himself
Mhm.
and changing the topic and yeah, just completely, malignant behavior. Um and
Oh, that's what I said. See?
mhm.
Great minds. Mhm.
Yeah, it is. And then I explained to him, I was like, everybody knows what's up, dude. You should probably just like haul ass. And he just says, oh, you have no idea what you're talking about. Send him screenshots of the docs. You don't have no idea what you're talking about. That's when he came up with the fake twin brother story.
Mhm. Yep.
Jeez. I mean, dude, it's just on and on and on. Yeah,
I know. Rabbit
it'll be
said, "I
fun.
didn't know he was doxxed." Yeah, he was a while back.
Yeah, well, you know what happens when there's someone like that floating around trying to get on streams, other creators talk and people kind of like if you're like people like you and you got friends out there, they'll come contact you and they'll be like, "Hey dude, I got something for you." You're like, "What's up?" And they'll send you the whole data dump and they'll be like, "Yeah, just watch out." I was like, "Oh wow." Like I didn't go looking for it, but there it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just, I think there's also like you can tell he's disingenuine when the way he talks and the things he talks about. And then
Yeah.
he'll go from 0 to 100 by going,
Mhm.
if you as soon as you disagree with him, he'll start putting you down for having to have a job or or anything like that, he'll just attack
Oh
people
yeah,
for their income.
oh, you don't know me. I bet you don't even have. So you're mad that we're talking about you, claiming you don't that we don't know you, but you're willing to talk about us. How does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Be a
We know
hypocrite
all
about it.
about
At
you.
least we have receipts. You don't have shit.
Yeah, we know all about you, dude. And that's,
Is that the Matt Taylor from earlier? No, Mac MAC Turner.
Turner. Yeah. That's his stage name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real name is
And
Jeremy.
yep. He's part of the
He's got
Addams
an
family.
IMDb page. It's not like it's hard to look him up. It's a little odd to read the movies he's been in, but they are from the title. What was that one? I Want a Whore for Christmas or something like that. I forget what
God.
the name of it was. He played Santa Claus. It's like whatever.
He played the Scarecrow and some kind of like weird Wizard of
I've
Oz.
never heard of him. Well, careful.
Well,
he's
that's a good thing, Memento. I think it's a
Yeah,
good thing you
very
never
good
heard of.
Yeah,
If you had
I
said he's
saw
your
him in a
favorite
video,
actor,
and
like,
I
I
will
go,
never be the same. And this coming from me. So, Jacob
Yep.
Peets is here. Oh, wondering.
Hey,
how you're
Jacob, what's
doing.
up, guys? What's up?
Oh, Suzanne, don't use that word in my chat.
Oh, I can probably just give you
Corn. Well, she's a mod, so she can write anything she wants.
Oh, wow. Usually the block will get the triple X.
Yeah, I need you to retract that one and put corn. I don't care if you put gay, but put corn, not the prawn. But yeah, no. There's a lot out there. You just have. Thank you. Cornholio. You're fine.
Yeah. You see, the thing that really did him in, made it really easy for everybody that was interested at the time to get to work on that research. I got, I didn't know anything about it until he came into my chat, bringing his the Mean Copian expert drama into my chat that he had started, and I was in the middle of the show. Who was I on with? I was on with
was it? It might have been your first night with Gary, which is why I was so no, not here.
Oh yeah,
I think it was the very first repairing history show, and I just wanted it to go well, and I was super modding that night because I was just like, nobody say anything wrong. And he comes in and he's like, yeah, I gave Steve Gosney these toys. They're like 1975 toys or whatever the fuck year it was. And he was like, and I went out of my way. I spent money. He spent $5, I found out. And I went and got it for him. It was a schematic, which was given to Shizzy. So Shizzy could 3D print parts for a Star Trek toy. Like, that's the extent of it. And it went to Gosney, and Shizzy wrote a nice little note, and Gosney opened it on air, and he said thank you and everything. And this one comes into Winnings chat telling me, oh, he did that there with that redneck asshole. And I was like, who? Because I didn't know anything. I was like, what? I was like, what's going on? And he was like, yeah, he took credit for it being his. That never happened. And he was referring to the expert, which really like upset me. And I was just like, first of all, you don't really know what went down. Maybe you're taking it wrong. I was just trying to like appease him. Like, get off the chat, get off this subject. Just listen to what they're saying. And then he was like, another night he came in and he was just like talking to Kaiser was on with Winning, and he was like, oh, how many times have we seen this before? And I was getting like horrible visions of somebody interrupting the stream, and I was like, no. I was like, can we talk about this later? Like, can you not? And he was like, oh, but who does it? I said, you know what? You're being rude. And then he didn't say anything. And I got chastised by this one. He was like, well, you ran him off. I was like, ah, well.
Wait, how do I go to this football game you guys are going to tonight?
You there, Winning?
I'm here.
You got nothing to
Yeah,
say?
it was. Oh no, I'm just scrolling. Yeah, Yeah, I was in the middle of the interview. I kind of saw some of it, and I said, "Hey," in the background, I was like, "Hey, just come talk to me later, dude, because I'm in the middle of something." And that was the first time. The thing with Kaiser. At that point, I knew he already had it out for him, so I was just ignored him. That's what I do.
It's weird to me when somebody goes into a chat, they see the host putting on a show, doing an actual interview, talking, and they're like, "Hey, over here, I want to talk to you about this." Like, this is not the time and place. You don't just walk into somebody's stream and disrupt it. You're in chat to be a part of the experience, not to derail it. I mean, if he wants to
Right.
be a troll, that's on him, but then he's going to get treated like a troll.
Right. You know what it is? It's the guy in the crowd with the tambourine. It's Tambourine Man. It's like the guy who brings a tambourine to the show while the band's playing, and it's like sitting there jingle jangling it while everybody's trying to listen to the song because they think that they're part of it or better than it or something, or like it needs them. And yeah, they're out there. It's just the jingle jangle tambourine man that's standing in the crowd, just distracting and
Mhm.
trying to bring the show. Everybody come look at me. I'm the guy jingling the tambourine instead of watching the band and dancing and feeling comfortable and hearing the
Instead of
song.
watching the band you paid for. Yeah.
Right.
It's so dumb. Look at me.
Yep.
Look at me.
Yeah, it's just
But-
there's self-awareness. That's always a red flag,
Shake. More cowbell. More
right?
cowbell.
Yeah, he's more like a cowbell, isn't he? Don't. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But I don't
Well,
want
I
to
got
talk about him anymore. Ugh. Go ahead, what? You got
no.
what?
I was looking for I'm looking at his Twitter feed to see if I can find the original posting of this picture, but I'm guessing that he ripped it down. But other people have the same picture, like where he sends it with his face blacked out, but he leaves a little bit of his eye showing, and he leaves the rest of his body
Mhm.
and his hair showing.
I
Suzanne
have
got
that
one of
one.
those. Yeah, Susan got. But this is the one that got really got him. This was sent to me in a package, basically. And all the creators got this, by the way. Anybody a big creator or not small creators, any creators in the scene that had them on, or they got this message from the helpful people and watching your back. This is the watching your back society. Yeah. I mean, this is it right here. Oh, okay. I was going to ask about that. So you sent this picture. You put this picture on Twitter, talking about him and how cool he is, right? But then someone did a search and they found this. Hello. Well, look at there, Mac Turner, same picture. Amazing.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I know. And the thing is,
Well,
like I told him, if he would have just been honest about it and not been so like obnoxious, but I have this, I make millions, I have toys before any. He always talks about that Stephen McFarlane toy, like anybody gives a shit. But
right.
it's always a thing. It's always a thing. And I'm
Nobody
like,
knows
dude,
about
I'm
toys
just
anyways. I don't know
yeah,
anything
like
about.
we're trying to stream. We're trying to like get these messages out, and you're in here talking about like all this crap and about your dead brother and then your dead friend. Everybody's dead around you, like, and then your boss who like killed your brother, and then all this stuff. And it's like, what the hell? Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to know any of this. Just go away. That's all I
Yeah.
want
Well,
you to do. I
people
tell them all
also,
the time, go away.
he also, that makes it unconfirmable, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
here's another one. If you want to hear the voice comparison, there's him on Gavin Newsom. Yeah, talking about something about some scene he did or something like that. And then you look down here, you see his picture right there behind his head. But that's supposed to be his twin brother that isn't around. But this was not how long ago? Not long at all. Yeah, he's pretty
yeah, he's pretty
pretty
out
much pretty out there. Yeah. Enough about that. But yeah, the whole culture of people coming on and trying to use the internet to and other people's streams to try to get some kind of supply of other people is just
there. Mhm.
rampant. One thing I didn't expect when I started streaming was to run into so much of that. It just shows you I was
There is
kind
a
of,
lot of that.
little naive when I showed up on the scene about all that stuff. Yeah, I had just been operating on a different part of the internet, and I just, there's a whole streamer world out there. You learn a lot real fast. Tell you that.
It's terrible. It really is.
Yeah.
And
We
I
do.
feel like it's a missed opportunity because I could have easily had like an after dark stream on Rumble with him, just talking about all kinds of like experience he's had. I would have loved to. I don't want to say I would have pumped him for information because that's not what I would have done. But I definitely would have pressed him for information. No, I don't even want to say that. I would have asked him shit. Like I would have asked him a lot of questions. It would have been fun. I would have had no problem being like, his friend or whatever, but always getting nasty with me and talking about everybody. And then he insulted Nick, and that was all she wrote for me. I was like, yeah, no, that loyalty runs deep. Giggity pumped. I nerd.
I don't know where you got.
Did I tell you I called him outdoor nerd the other day?
I saw it
Like,
happen.
It's like, did you just call me outdoor? I didn't even know that I did that. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, it was
But
a
now
good
I kinda
interview. I wasn't against him. I mean, I was like, I don't care that he's done this career of his. I care about. I don't like or want to support or enable the things that come off of it that he's doing online,
choked on my
like the
coffee.
like like running grifts or telling stories about people that died that didn't exist,
Mhm.
and trying to get sympathy for that. Like that's very, very red flaggish. I just want to stay away from it. But when he started, coming after us and including us in this whole escapade, actually, when I actually tried to warn him and say, "Hey, just disappear, do something else, go to the toy scene and hang out, and you won't get harassed," and I was actually kind of like a little bit sympathetic to him, which was a big mistake. Just
Mhm.
ghost, you know,
Mhm.
just ghost. Then he wrapped us into it, so I had to say a little bit something, and then I moved on. But
I
yeah.
tried to, and he was like a cornered dog. He just was
We was looking
he
for
was
it, right?
very
And then we
defensive.
realized it wasn't just an innocent mistake or some mistakes on his part. Like he was very meticulous about his intention. He wasn't going anywhere. So word of advice,
Just
just block him in chat.
it's
Just block
dumb to
him.
lie on the internet
Yeah.
because you're gonna get caught. I mean, especially if you piss off the wrong person. I'm not
Well, it's
that good
just
at research. I'm not. I could not have found all that stuff on him. So he's giving me a lot of credit that I don't deserve. So it's like, no, I didn't do it, but I read through it. Like I read what I got. Then I did my research because I don't just take what's given to me, spoon fed. I want to make sure that I'm not, hanging myself by saying anything. And I didn't say anything for the longest time. I just told him, this is not a good look for you that you went and you lied about all this. Like, why would you make up such a, like hyperbolic story? Like, it's huge. I mean, and it just kept getting bigger, bigger, and bigger. And then when he had that meltdown, I was like, oh man, come on.
there's
But
some people that
he,
are hiding and some people that are protecting their identities, right? There's difference. And he evidently has a history before becoming Captain Have Fun of trying to bait people into sending him money, talking about health issues and gaining sympathy and targeting people that have had had trauma in their life and things like that. It's just okay for what? If you're such a rich millionaire, why do you need to have other people's money? Because I
Mhm.
think what it is he can't work anymore in the industry and he has no other skills. So his only skills are those. But I think he got blacklisted for maybe because
I'm
of the
not going to
syphilis
say
or
nothing.
maybe because of the yeah, or because of that, or maybe just because of the way he acts. Maybe he's just he seems like he has a very big ego that would turn people off eventually. And I
I'm
guess
sure
after
he's a
he's
very
finished,
nice person. I am sure he can be a very nice person, but his social interactions are not great. He has no like regulation at all. He goes from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye. You're just like, whoa, where'd you come from? So it's, ugh. Suzanne,
I
you're
don't know.
welcome.
That's a speculation on my part, by the way. I have no idea about that. But I'm just reading the signs and going, well, it seems like if why
I
would a
saw the
millionaire what
sign.
notice how he's never like sent a super chat to anybody either. Like he's supposed to be a
Yeah.
millionaire. Where's all
Mhm.
them? Where, You know, if I was a millionaire, I'd be sending people the huge super chats all the time just to see how happy, just to help them out and see their happiness. And yet, Mr. Have Fun over here doesn't seem he wants to spread the wealth. And he's not obligated to, but it seems like if you were so rich that you could just go online and brag about it, that you'd be trying to help some people out instead of bragging about it.
Mm. Jacob said, well, prawn has a tendency to get you blacklisted pretty quick if his Hollywood stories are to be believed. Yeah. I mean, look at poor Tracy Lord. Jeez. She did get to be in that movie with Johnny Depp, though. God, I'd give my right arm for that. Nerd, what does an old hoe and Have Fun and dentures have in common? They all need polygrip for a tight fit. Oh, that was terrible, Suzanne. I'm so proud. Oh, good God. Yeah, Memento. If those people blacklist you, you must be bad. But I mean, there was also the whole lockdown period where it's really hard to make prawns 6 feet apart. I mean, I know there are some big ones out there, but not quite that big. That's a bit much. Most millionaire, I can't talk. Rabbit said most millionaires don't give away money, or billionaires for that fact, because we're going through that whole thing with Oprah and The Rock now. That's ridiculous. They have all this money. They're like, you donate. How about no? You have a house on the island. Why don't you sell your house on the island to the people? Give the money to them. Sell it and give the money to them. You don't belong on that island anyway. It was golden, Yeah, it was a good joke. It was a good joke. It was. Very proud. But why don't you tell everybody what you got coming up this weekend?
Max Mura. Yeah. Need I say more? Max Mura, winning Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We are going to have a good old time.
I love Max.
Not sure we're talking about yet, but probably just talking about everything. We're going to have a good old time. We'll probably talk about internet culture, talk about his new show with Meme, the Cringe Van tours, what's in the future for Max.
Oh, I'm going to have so much fun watching you try to get a word in edgewise.
Oh man, I'm just gonna sit back and chill. You notice I've been like learning the interview game a lot better. I sit back and chill a lot more. I don't have as much to explain because I've gotten a lot of it out. I've put a lot of it down on a board. I don't have to go through these as long explanations now to kind of people know me more. I'm kind of just chilling out and kind of finding my groove as far as interactions and I don't have to worry about as many things as I used to in the past. Like you're in a panel with 12 people, it's hard to get anything out, right? And it's confusing and it's mayhem. Or if you're on a panel with 6 people and nobody has anything to say, you end up filling the space, right? And it's like, well, I end up talking a lot. And in the old days, I ended up talking a lot. Old days, like a year ago, I was talking a lot more because nobody else had anything to talk about or say, and they would sit there in silence, and it was awkward for me. I was like, well, as long as I'm here, people get to know me, man. I'll talk all day,
Well, people can't talk to you if you tell them to just sit there and be quiet and wait for you.
Right. And then, and then when you have like in large panels, there's people on there, a lot of headsets and stuff talking over everybody else. It gets really difficult. And then, so when you get your space to finally say something, you feel like you got to rush. You feel like you got to go 100 miles an hour. I can just chill, man. And I love this. I love the lineups we have right now. I love the show with Gary Lamb last night was awesome. It was off the hook.
Yes, it was. That was an exciting show.
We're going to move that one up. I think we're going to move that one up in time. So hopefully more people can make it. I know that a lot goes on that night. And I think once people see what we're doing, it'll get a lot more popular in terms of live viewership. Now on Rumble, it gets into the thousands on replay. He gets into the 500 zone on his side. As far as views go, my views are kind of like in the end of 40 to 50 range, 40 to 60 range, maybe, which is, I think though, I'm not worried about it. Like, I think it'll begin to ramp up and grow with time.
Grown since it started.
Yeah. The numbers have definitely started to improve. But once people understand what we're doing, like I think last night, that's why I like last night so much. It was a great example of what we're trying to do. Frank conversation.
And you guys still joked around.
Yeah, but really diving into the meat of what is going on. And I really think it's just like there's a communication breakdown due to you know, a lack of understanding about some terminology. Some of it's, you know, manufactured, some of it's just cultural, but learning the terminology, coming up with the right ways to talk to each other, and then kind of get to the understanding of where they're coming from, right? And
Yep.
so part 2 of last night's coming up next week because we had, you know, we didn't get through all of it. It's going to take a while to get through all of that about perception, racial perception, and being the biggest divider. But once we do, I think we're going to be on a whole nother level. We were both very excited after the show last night, by the way. We both felt good about it and really loved it.
That was actually the first show where I wasn't nervous there was going to be a fight because I knew there would be arguments and I was already like, all right, they're going to get loud. It's fine. It's when you guys like you start off and then I hear it going up, I get like, like please don't fight because it's just
no. That's the thing.
there's
It's
so
like,
many
that's
ways you can trip up, you
that's
know,
never gonna
and
happen.
you guys have a good relationship. Yeah.
It's never gonna happen. People don't realize we're a new band, right? We're a new band. So we go to rehearsal, we have a jam space, right? So in other words, we talk offline a lot, and our talks offline are a lot longer than our talks online. And we go into a lot more things. We can be ourselves and kind of fly to different topics one after the other. And then we're on show, we're trying to keep it a little bit more structured. But our jams in the jam room are awesome. So we know that eventually it's going to translate to the stage. You know me, I like to put everything in music metaphors.
I know.
Yep. But yeah, it's jamming. It's jamming. All the everything's
You know,
jamming.
I love
Yeah.
the conversation. I do. I love the conversation. There's a lot of things that we're all afraid to say because we're afraid they're going to get taken a certain way or somebody's going to run with that and it's a gotcha clip or whatever, taken out of context. I love that you two sit there and go back and forth on the whole thing until you get to some type of like, all right, we're not going to resolve this today. Let's put a pin in this and we'll talk about this next thing. And it never got to the point where you were just, man, you're stupid for like no personal attacks. I love that. I love that you guys were just about the situations that you were talking about. Because too often people go to like the personal attacks and you know the name calling, and it's just ridiculous. Once you do that, you've lost the argument. You know, you've shown what a heel you are, and neither one of you did that. And I love both viewpoints. And I love if you ever get a chance, read Gary's chat while the show is on. It's hilarious because they're just going at it, and it's just like, oh wow, they have a lot to say. So we do too, obviously, because your chat was just thumping. But
Yeah,
it was a really good show.
The crowd's been great at the shows recently, man. Like they always have been, but man, the interaction and the conversation have been great in all the shows. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that comes to the shows, and stays and watches the shows. I mean, I really appreciate it. It means a lot, and it's been a great period for the channel and for us and for everything else. Like a lot of growth and a lot of like really great quality going on now.
Yeah, and are you
I'm talking
wrapping
about
up?
in the crowd.
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you wrapping up the unveiling, or are you wrapping up a section of the unveiling in the next couple weeks?
Oh, the
Did you
show
say
will
that?
go on. The show will go on. It's one of those anchor
But you're wrapping up
shows.
that section.
Almost. Yeah, we're almost to the UFO rabbit hole, the alien
Yeah,
rabbit
couple
hole, I
weeks.
guess I should call it. Yeah, we're almost through that. Probably, well, maybe no. What it's going to lead to is the big grand finale, which is going to be Drake, so that's going to be the big grand finale. I got to get that ready. But Drake, the original Q, who's now, the reason why he's involved in this is because he's one of those super secret soldiers now. So he always was pitching the alien stuff during his original Q days, like when he had the plan, we're following the plan, we got red light, green light, yellow light, all that stuff. When he was doing that stuff on Blog Talk Radio and Facebook, we were watching him, keeping the Ron Paul Patriots from falling into his BS and keeping him from doing anything like we saw on January 11th, that kind of stuff that the new Q did. Actually, the only reason I didn't go after new Q as hard as I went after Drake was because I thought that people learned from that Drake experience, and there was enough people saying, hey, look, he's fake. But I thought enough people had learned from that Drake experience not to fall for that kind of stuff. But it took my eye off the ball a little bit, but I wasn't really doing anything at the time anyway. So like at some point other people have to step up and fill these roles. And
Thank you, Rabbit.
it wasn't my time to do it. But tonight, but now with Drake, I'll come and wrap it all up, and I'm gonna have a really big perspective on it. Actually want to talk to the dude that Shizzy had on the other night, Reverend. What's his name? Reverend.
That Reverend guy with his wife, they were amazing. Oh my God, he just talked. Shizzy didn't have to say anything. He talked the whole show. It was great.
Yeah.
What was he in charge of? He's founded
Hi,
something.
Rabbit.
What was it?
It was a church of Subgenius or whatever. Subgenius, Church of Subgenius. Yeah, but the reason why I want to talk to him is he's old school. He's old school conspiracy grift, right, or something like that. And there, admittedly, openly, the whole conversation. I talked to Shizzy about it too, off air, and kind of confirmed the whole story and all that. But I'm wondering how much he knows about the inner workings of the background of the UFOlogy, alien rabbit hole things that we're covering, and maybe he's remembers some of these people, or how did it start. Maybe he'll give me an origin story. Like I'm wondering if he can add to that story that I'm getting ready to talk about with Drake.
Sure, he's got stories.
Yeah, and then, this is just, I'm not going after Drake. It's just internet legend stuff. It's kind of like the whole thing with Monty. It's internet legend stuff, internet history, so I definitely don't want to turn into something like that with him. But he's not the same as he's just a dude who likes to tell stories, and he's got a great imagination, and he's just chilling on his own little corner of the internet, and he gets about as many views as stream now as I do. So he's not the guy who broke Blog Talk Radio anymore, because he wasn't, especially when nothing worked out like he said it was going to. But he had a good run. I would still love to talk to him as a person, just figure it out. I'll play along. I'll pretend like I believe him or something. I don't know. I just I think he's interesting. I just really think he's interesting. The whole culture is interesting to me. Like, how do people start? How do they get involved with it? What's the benefit to them? Is it just the fun of it? Is it just? I think that's probably what I'm gonna end up figuring out. But anyways, that's what that's all about. So to answer your question, we're very close. We got a show on the the Star Seeds and the Indigo Children.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait.
Yeah. And that'll be also tagged along with the Gaia Network, which will wraps up all these people into one place. So where did it all lead to? Somebody came up with an idea, and they're all on there, and you can subscribe to it for lots of money, and you could get all kinds of BS fed to you every day. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's what's going to all lead to. That'll bring us up to the present day, and then we'll hop on over to Mr. Drake and check him out. That'll be fun. That's going to be some old school stuff too. We're going to go back in the day. We're going to relive the experience, and we're going to feel the anticipation of waiting for the call, when the big reformation was going to happen, when the big overthrow is going to happen, when the big whatever we want to call it back then. It was just supposed to be righting the wrongs that were there. I mean, it's a great story. You guys will see. I won't say anymore. I can ramble all day about Drake.
Tell them about our show on Sunday.
Cyborg. Yeah, that's going to be great. Old school watch party Sundays. Yeah, that's what it is. I have to get used to that name. It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful. Yeah.
But this one we're going to watch this week is about the media and mind control system, establishment media. And it's a very great documentary. In fact, it was probably one of my most #1 recommended documentaries back in the day. Like, it was the one that I would throw out for information and watch this, like, because it was so eye-opening. Like, you'll watch this, and I hope people can put themselves back in the old school seats when we watch this. But for a lot of people, it's new. Like, a lot of people, America Freedom to Fascism was a new documentary. They hadn't seen that.
Yeah, I'd never seen it.
It was new to them. These are like foundational documentaries that started the first awakening, the first wave of awakening, back in the day, like, back post 9/11 days. And this is another one that's just, man, it should have been, if everybody had seen it back then, there'd be a lot more people awake today. I'll tell you that. But it's one that I highly recommend. It's going to be a lot of fun to review it. The guy who does this documentary has several others that we'll probably end up viewing as well. I think Kamatra is another one that's on the list. And I'll find the other ones too. And you'll get to see it where people are coming from that are old school in terms of their knowledge base. Now, a lot of these things change over time. Maybe some information we learn more about, and we, wanting to know the truth, we're able to change our minds about things. But still, just to see where it came from and the work people were doing back then makes you realize how long this has been going on and why it's important. This fight that we're in, this, to right the ship here and get out of this world of kind of like a world of deceit and abuse, right? We will try to turn that around if we can, make as much of an impact as we can, at least. And so yeah, we're gonna have fun. It's done in a watch party format. We're open to have guests, right? So I did invite Gary if he ever wants to pop in to come on, because I know he hadn't seen a lot of these, and this would be really cool.
More the merrier.
And we're also going to touch on Operation Paperclip at the end because it's related to the movie, and I got some new information. We all got it. There's a new story out there from Tucker Carlson about it that I think everybody will find interesting as an addendum to the movie. So it's going to be a grand old time, man. Come, make some popcorn, get your drinks ready, get cozy, and come along for the entire ride with us because it's going to be the best thing going this Sunday, and we're going to have a blast.
Absolutely. They're saying that Gary has a premiere going right now.
Oh, let's pull it up. Where's it at? Let me find it.
You find it, and we'll
Might
want
be
to snipe
short, but-
stream him.
No, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, everybody go watch it then. I don't want to do that.
We could redirect if you want.
Redirect. You hopping off?
Well, yeah, I wasn't planning on going very long, and we've been on an hour. Did you have
Okay.
anything else you wanted to talk about?
No. In fact, I was gonna just pop in and pop out and let you finish talking to the crowd because is it 7 p.m.? Okay, 7 p.m. Internet has
Okay.
canceled Oprah. Oh, is this a live or premiere?
The premiere, I think.
Hold on. The trailer. Notify me. Because he was supposed to do a live with sorry. He's supposed to be this is the one he was going to do yesterday before the show. And with Wallace and Erica and the Batters of Opinion crew. Now I don't know. Yeah, okay. I think this is going to be a live.
Oh,
I
cool.
could be wrong. I really could. I'm not sure. I don't know how you
I don't
tell.
remember how to redirect.
Let me see. Is this?
I don't
I'll ask right
remember
now.
how.
Miss Lamb's in the chat. So doing that.
Jacob said he's super stoked to talk paperclip. I don't know what
Oh,
that is.
cool.
What is that?
Operation Paperclip.
hmm
Yeah. Let's see what.
I guess I'll find out on Sunday.
No, we're just gonna touch on it. I'm not gonna deep. I mean, the movie itself is gonna deep dive on it for me, but I'm just gonna talk about present day. Like a lot of people think that these things just went away in some cases. Like, oh yeah, that's from way back then. Then we can kind of look at them. Well, maybe they're still going on. And, maybe they're still. This is
you all
an
know something
advanced-
about government. They don't give up.
advanced evolved version of it. It definitely morphs and optimizes, so it may optimize and look a little different, but the foundations are still laid. That's the same thing with mind control. Like we looked at MK Ultra as foundationally
That blows
this
my
thing,
mind.
right? But then they look at it and say, well, what do we need out of this? What do we learn?
Mhm.
And they optimize it and say, okay, this is what we have. This is what we learn. We go forward with this. We don't really need everybody to be on LSD to control their minds. It helps, I guess. It makes them very subjectable, but we learned what we needed to. That information and cultic behavior, it was good enough.
I love all this talk about the cults and everything else. There's so much that I didn't realize I didn't know. I mean, I
Mhm.
love to learn every day, but like some of this stuff was like, no, really? Like if you hear it for the first time, like I did, you're just like, no, come on. And then you're like, wait a minute. You start to like the dots start appearing and you start connecting them. And it's like, oh my God, how did this go on underneath my nose when it's obvious as shit? Like, how did I not pick up on this kind of stuff? But we
veil.
never talked about any of that. Well,
Well,
I mean, it
it's veil-
wasn't, if it didn't affect me directly, I had shit to do. I had kids to raise. I had a husband. I had all this stuff. And I didn't look outside my little world, because it was hard enough keeping everything together. And now that I see like the world at large, I'm like, wow, this is not good. I'm kind of thankful for all those years that I didn't know because I don't think I was ready. It would have been too much. And now that, like things kind of settled down for the most part, the kids are big. I can look and go, oh, okay, maybe we should do something about this. I'd rather be more informed the next time I go into the voter box, if we
Daisy
ever
said,
have a voter box again.
Daisy said there's a premiere going too. Okay, hold on. Where is that? How come I didn't get an alert for this? Oh, there it is. How long is this? Dink.
Ding, 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 ding. Jacob said, I believe it was going on during the war as well, if my memory's correct. At T Rex, we had some German scientists involved in the Manhattan Project. Yes. Again, if I remember correctly, been a minute since I read into it. That I knew. That we had taken German scientists and stuff that were trying to flee Europe, and we had given them refuge here, and that they worked for the government. That I knew. To the extent, I'm not entirely sure. I've only basically skimmed the surface of that because I love World War II. Like I love learning about World War II. So like I've learned a lot about the spy missions and like the Enigma machine and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Paperclip died. I hadn't gotten to that yet. To be fair, there's a lot to go through with World War II because you got to look at it from like all these different countries, angles, and it's like, oh my goodness. So it's a lot of information and nothing that they taught me in school. Virtually taught me nothing. They taught me that the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, so we went to war. That's what they said. And wasn't it great? The Rosie the Riveter, they all bring up Rosie the Riveter. Like that was the point of the frickin' war. T3, Gary Lamb and Lady Lee are live right now. Oh. Okay. Well,
they're not live. They're not live. It's a video premiere. I'm watching it right now. It's actually pretty good. So yeah, but you can redirect to the live that's going to be on next, the one that's going to be on 7. I helped Gary set it up last night, so you can actually redirect.
Bye, Rabbit. Have a good night.
Bye, Rabbit. Good night. Love you.
Oh God, Outpost said armadillo right outside my window. I guess I am country. You country, all right. You got an armadillo.
Keep those things in Alabama. Keep those things out of Georgia. Damn, we don't want them here.
The Soviets also took German scientists too. Well, I'm sure everybody got their pick. Stalin was not one for not, receiving things. Oh, you're going to do this? What do I get? Oh, you're going to do that? What do I get? What's in it for me? He's the epitome of what have you done for me lately? That was him during the whole damn war, just sitting there going, yeah, I could do that, but what's in it for me? What's in it for me? And I mean, rightfully so. If he was going to put, his nation's people at the front lines and he knew he would lose millions, yeah, why wouldn't they get some kind of recompense? I'm not in Alabama, so I can't help. No, you keep those suckers in Florida. Them and the pythons and the alligators, keep all of them. And you send them all to Clearwater. I'll give you the address later. Oh, he hates snakes. He would shit. It would be great. That's why he didn't feed his people. They didn't do anything for him. Yeah. Stalin was just, ugh. But I mean, that's what dictators do. And who did he learn under? Lenin, I think, who was worse than he was. So it was just like, yeah, they just follow the leader. That's all you do. And his people were used to it at that point. I think they were just so used to a hard life. I don't think they would have known what to do otherwise. Do you want to tell me how to redirect this, dear sir?
Yes. What you want to do?
Oh, wise one.
From your studio.
I'm in there.
Okay. Content. Find the live. Click on the pencil. All right. Click on the pencil. Okay, now you see it says customization on the left.
Wait 1 second.
I'm gonna go fast. I'm gonna type.
Content. Find the live. Why did I think it was a different way of doing this? Okay. Okay. Now what? Customization.
Yes. Okay. Now I'll scroll all the way down. You'll see trailer and redirect. On redirect,
Ah,
click on the pencil again, and then you'll
alright.
see 2 tabs at the top. You're gonna see your videos at first, and there's another tab that you can click on.
On the right. Mm-hmm.
And now you look for the one for Gary's video upcoming. It's gonna say it's gonna see Oprah and The Rock on it. Basically, it's a live. It's scheduled for 9/8. Was it today? 9/8. Yeah, 7 p.m. Yep. That's it. Oh, notify me. Oh, there you go. You see it?
Savage Patriot. There's a lot here with Oprah. Does it say Oprah and The Rock?
It's gonna say the internet is canceling Oprah and The Rock. I wonder why. Let's talk about it. Gary Lamb Network on the thumbnail. It's gonna have Wally P from Matter of
I
Opinion.
see it. All right.
You
so
get
I'm
it?
gonna send
All right.
it. Yes, I did. Save.
Okay, our video from last night on his channel got it's up to 462 views already on his channel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we got a lot. Yeah, so like between
All right, guys.
between
happened?
between
Mhm.
everything, we're getting about let's see how it did on Rumble real quick. I think between everything, we're getting about 2K, around 2 to 3K views on our show right now. at?
I don't know
Yeah.
what just happened. I'm right here. No.
Y'all set? Did you save it? Save it.
Yes, I did. I did. So it should go automatically. So you covered what's coming up. Remember tomorrow night, what time?
9 p.m. Eastern. Max
And what
Mura,
time on
winning,
Sunday?
Winning Saturday night. 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday for old school watch party Sundays with myself and Talking Trash and Truths.
Yes, we're gonna have so much fun. So remember, Saturday night, 9 o'clock, Sunday night, 7 o'clock. Both are on Winnings channel. Everybody have a great night. It's Friday. Have some fun. I am going to send you over to Gary, and please tell him, go in, give a hi from all of us. And somebody's going to do the outros. So thanks for being here. I just want to do a little pop-up stream because I missed you. Winning.
That's why. Do you want me to use my outro for this? Because that's that.
Yeah,
that
go
way-
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't feel appropriate because it's mine. And it's usually
Oh,
when I just
do
go.
it. I love it. Do it. I love it. Come on.
All right, she said so. How about we mix them up? Let me see if I can mix it up.
I give
Let's-
consent.
We're gonna mix it up just a little
Go
bit.
ahead.
All right.
Oh, no.
Jersey girl.
This is a friendship that